Hi, we are live. This is Coyote Heart Pizza. Hi. So I just want to check in today. I wanted to let you know some things that I'm going to be doing, and taking me a while to just feel like pulling it off together myself. I don't know. I think it's just with the energies, and I'm kind of enjoying a lot of just being mostly still. I mean, some of the days for me pass into other days, and kind of enjoying even if it feels not happy in moments, I'm enjoying just going into myself and doing my best to clear out and address and accept and transmute so that I can be perfectly not accountable, perfectly in alignment with what's happening, and also very present to what the expansion on the planet, my own personal growth and expansion, and also everybody else, helping everybody else. Because if you can't do you well first, you can't contribute to the whole in a way that is super powerful, uplifting, absolutely transformational, and like that. So let's see. Let's just do it. I put my hair in curls, and I wasn't gonna take them out, but I'll just do it. So now you'll see a transformation in process. I was kind of gonna wait because I have an appointment later, and I wanted to keep I have wavy hair, but sometimes it just does what it wants to do. So here you go. Now you're seeing hairdressing moment. Whoa, that wasn't intended. Let's see. Right, one moment to the mirror. Good enough. I'm gonna touch it. Okay, so there we go. I like it better when my hair is like a little wavy, and I was thinking for a while of cutting my hair, but I think I'm just gonna like let it grow. Um, cause I like when I can put little twirls in my hair. My hair is like super thick and wavy, and it will just when it's whatever, it'll just curl. If I put a little spray in it, it'll last longer. So I kind of like that. And you could have a hairdresser do it, but sometimes I think they just mess it up. So the only thing I'm gonna have somebody do at some point is cut it. Although I've been just cutting, like it's all right. No one really is looking very closely, right? So whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. So I'm gonna share that a long time ago I became a Reiki too, and the only reason why I didn't go further with masters was a few things. I had some money, and it wasn't inexpensive, so you could do Reiki 1 and 2 training. They call it attunement, where you receive symbols and supposedly you have some kind of experience. And I did. Everyone is so different. You can I don't I'm picturing right now where I was sitting. You actually feel stuff happening to you energetically in a really positive, wonderful way, and you can often see visions and stuff. And that was really a beautiful, long day, like from 9 to 6 or 10 to 6. It was just a long day, and it was really, woman was very lovely, and I can't think of her name, but she was quite lovely. And I did use it. I used my Reiki like I would just send places Reiki or people Reiki or animal Reiki. But I also see at the same time I bought this beautiful table. It was beautiful. It was an azure blue. And just before it came, I did help one person with Reiki, but I didn't continue. I don't know if it was because it was still new and I didn't at the time think I was going to make any money, or maybe I was very into going on auditions and acting, and I just kind of didn't use it. I didn't prepare to use it in a big way. So anyway, um, what I did was I would just use it privately, like if I would see an accident and animals and people, and I would remember, and sometimes even when I was unwell. And I would say in the last 11 years or so, I kind of forgot about it. So in the last 6 months, it's been creeping back. And maybe someone even pointed out something 4 months ago and I thought about it. And it's just been on my mind to get back into Reiki. So, very, very sweetly, there was a woman I was connected to who's a master on many levels with many modalities. And she sent me symbols that were missing for me. Um, and as a gesture, I will probably go onto her remote. Um, I think it's like an open Reiki assist where I'm paying. I don't know if it's another class I have to read about it or I'm actually lending energy in that particular instance, which is through a business called Circles of Wisdom. They now are located in Methuen, Massachusetts. And this a woman who's a Reiki master will also attune to Reiki for Reiki masters, which is what I would like to do at the end of this month in March. The dollars for that are, I think, very high priced based on remote, based on an established business. And maybe that's just my judgment, and I'm not meaning to. It's more like, since this is an umbrella of learning in a very big way on the planet, and energy is available, energy is not created, is neither created nor destroyed. We all are one, we're all up from the same source. I was kind of, where does one come to terms with, you do need at this time still need to charge some money, of course, but also like working with everyone, because on many different levels we are more than likely slightly stressed, whether you're working full-time, part-time, kids in school, kids out of school, kids masked, people who should not have masks, the vaccines, not vaccines, people in divisions, and sorting everything out from the heart, if you're even aware of sorting everything from the heart, that rather than in here, not establishing pros and cons, right or wrong, but feeling through what's correct for you. I would prefer to get attuned for any dollars that were requested of the individual, and if it felt like a good fit, to be in person, because there's do you remember in person, like in person value, like the experience when there's hands on touching you, communication, people out. It's a whole different vibrational experience. It's not that Reiki or any healing or any prayer doesn't work from far away. It's not that at all. But there's a whole nother level of connection and an extra special heart that is, the student with the master. It's that in person connection. And I'm missing that. So that's what I would prefer to do. So I'm currently picking up the images. I sent the PDF files to a friend who has a printer. So I'm going to get my images. I'm going to study, and I will be able to do remote healing. You have to remember, actually, I could do in-person healing. We can take all kinds of COVID protocols, and I can answer all kinds of questions that you want. I'm good. I'm free. I'm sober. I'm healthy. I'm amazing. I'm bright. I'm clear. I'm of God. I'm an angel, steward, helper on earth for the planet, and intergalactic relationships for nations and worlds. So, anyway, as people have requests for Reiki healing, I would send you that. In fact, I think before my broadcasts on these things, I'm going to probably do some Reiki before that. I'm going to seek to make sure my art is like that. I mean, they already told me that I'm a healing artist. I'm have light codes bouncing all over me and light codes bouncing out of my work. And I want to keep it that way, to the best of healing for your heart and your mind and all the things you want to accomplish. And me too. So I'm going to offer some free Reiki too when I come. I'm going to offer that if anyone gets in touch with me via my email, which I thought is up, but let's see if I put up anything here for that. Oops, that's not what I want. Let's see, that's that. I thought I actually did. Let me just put it here, just in case you don't catch it in the chat or wherever. This will be my email. To that. And I like that saying, right? Let it come across again. Know thyself. and you will know the secrets of the universe and God. For Mumi, that is really cool. Okay. So we'll show you this. Okay, so if you, I think with my glasses on, my hair is more messy than I'd like it to be, but maybe better than in the hat. So, if you see that email and if you're willing to send me your snail mail, I'm going to mail you definitely one sticker. I can include my bio and just some information, but one or two stickers off to you for stopping by. But you have to let me know how to get in touch with you because otherwise I can't mail it to you. All right, so I wanted to offer stuff around the Reiki as well, since I'll be studying some things online. There is a YouTube Reiki master who's been around for a while, and she goes by Divine White Light. And there are a lot of free Reiki assists on there, from could be like 7 or 8 minutes to 11 to 14 minutes, and it's quite pleasant. She has a very lovely site, and I just emailed her this morning to let her know that. And I just discovered her late yesterday, and I believe a friend told me about her yesterday, and as I could get to it before I went to sleep, I did listen, and I thought she did a very, very great service. So that's another way you can check out some free energy healing. And then I checked out Steve Noble, Nobel. He his I think he's called Soul Matrix, SOUL and MATRIX, Soul Matrix. But he has an amazing list of declarations or proclamations for the individual and sovereignty. And I actually copied one of and put it to my email. It is worth saying in the morning and at night. A declaration of proclamation, it's a statement, it's an I am statement that tells to the universe, your invisible self, and the higher invisible realms of goodness who you are claiming, all the help you're claiming, all the protection you're claiming. And it also lets the forces of darkness, evil, negativity, or unrest know that that their hands are off of you, because you are claiming your divinity and your power in these bodies. You're claiming your soul power, you're claiming your heart power, you're claiming your innate, energetic, invisible skills from the higher realms, from the oneness that we all come from. And so you are more powerful than you realize. Me too. And so having this channel and speaking to you is like mindfulness to me, to stay up in vibe. I think I may have shared that because I won't get a vaccine. My father was thinking of throwing me out of the house. So where would I go? I have $1,000 set aside, but I have 2 cats, a small sedan. And where do you take all your art, your clothes and stuff and creative stuff? And where do you put it? When you know, then you would probably be on an adventure and seek to have housing, perhaps more than like in a warmer climate and all that stuff. So I'm just going to put that aside, because all of us are going through the loss of some friends, the loss of some lovers or husband wives, the loss of some family, because what seems like divisions, which are really programs. They're programs that we learned. We learned beliefs and perceptions based on a particular experience that we were born and brought to, and then from whatever lurked within our survival mechanism, we reacted to and became more of that. And we absolutely have the power to step back and learn and relearn. And because we slip and slide sometimes, it can be a slippery slope, to not just react, but to respond. And respond has more power in it. Now, certainly, if someone's under a car and you have a quick response or reaction to go help that person, that's gallant, noble, and more than likely correct. But there are some reactions to things from our ego and meanness and rightness. And a lot of times it's really taking a breath and saying, no, thank you. Or, I'm not sure and I'd like to get back to you. Or, no, and I'd like to just say no, and I think that you are allowed as well. But a lot of times we've been taught the Hammurabi code that is an eye for an eye. And again, if we keep on doing eyes and eyes, at some point there's blindness and we're all feeling around men and ultimately need each other's help anyway. So I want to just let you know a little bit more of that journey. I'm doing the Reiki. We'll do Reiki Master. Actually, there's also an international, I think it's International School for Reiki, where they have free classes. So I'm actually going to take a look at that. There's Reiki 1, 2, and Master. And I'm going to go take a look at that. They actually will print out a certificate for you. So I wanted to check that out, see what that was about. I think each class is very concentrated, and it's probably like an hour and a half. But that's what I had down. I had down like International Institute of Reiki, but it's just, I think, International School of Reiki. So once you start searching, you can actually find a lot that's up your alley or a lot that you're inquisitive about. There's also a book that a friend turned me on to, which is the Palladians. I think it's just called Palladians. It maybe have another title. And the author is Barbara Marciniak. And she sounds very familiar to me. I might even have a book. We'll look later of hers, but she sounds familiar. I can't say that I read that book, but it sounds really cool. And today I'm committed to starting to read some of the books I have and giving it like an hour. And so I may take like 2 books and today and go between 1 and 2. And then tomorrow either try to add a book or do 2 other books for half an hour. So that's part of self-care that I'm going to add to that. I have a little walk I need to do as I end this broadcast. And then I go pick up my Reiki, symbols that were printed out, and I go to the chiropractor today as well. I wanted to have us think a little bit about divisions and what that really is too, because if you think about it, so many religions will claim that their God is the only God, but if you, their new friend, doesn't subscribe, there's something wrong with you and they've got to pray all over you or maybe never talk to you again, or not too much because you have some other thoughts that they don't want to get contaminated by. Now, I think that every religion has their merits, their mythologies, their histories, their offerings that are very steeped in heart. And then there's pieces to many of those. They're not steeped in heart or control. And we're going to know the truth. Going into a new month of this March, and we're over a hump of domination here by invisible forces, we're going to even see more lightness. And there's going to be some powerful revelations coming. And it's also a very powerful time to kind of start to be inspired, begin new things, take a look at new things, look at how you're going to start some new things, whether it's just starting a hobby or something that looks like a hobby and it may become more of your future. It's a very pleasant, we're really on the cusp of spring, at least here in the East Coast in North America. And I know in other parts of the world the seasons are a little bit different. I highly want to recommend also another site, Tanya Gabrielle, Tania and Gabrielle. She has a skill I don't. She's been working on it many years, I'm sure, and she's a numerologist, an astrologist. She may be also a little bit intuitive. She's really quite lovely and currently, I believe, living in Sedona. So she again has a YouTube channel, and her offerings are not very long. She may come up from minutes to 14 minutes, and so it's just enough to give you information and not keep you all day. And given that, let me just check my time. So I'm at 19 minutes, and I'm going to be closing soon, just so we have a little bit of something. So I had made some notes, and when we have division from others, we have division from ourselves. And sometimes it seems appropriate to put, of course, a wall up, a stop up in the barrier, because love is not a doormat. Love is very powerful, but there's also, could sometimes borderline mental, emotional, physical abuse. So I'm not saying to take any of that, but also check inside where we defaulted and attracted that. So here I am back in a family house. Never thought I would be here ever. What was here for me? And in about 4 years, do love the house and I do love the property and I'd hate to see it go and I'd hate it to go. But I know as an adventurer and a pilgrimager and someone committed to growth and expansion and helping the planet, if that is a choice I've co created with, to take accountability for that, or if it's not feasible because if my father is selling the house for $400,000 and I don't have it and it's not a gift to me, then he deserves to sell the house for whatever he's asked for and part with it. And say a prayer that it has housed me. I've been safe for the most part. Not always. There's a big history of dysfunction here, and in 4 years, I've helped work through a lot, and still am letting go of some seeds of whatever it is I need to let go of, so that I can keep my vibration high, and as it goes down low, practice bringing it back up again in as much joy and as much care and as much ease, much believability, creation, visualization, and getting connected with the frequency that we all come from, that sometimes we are not quite in alignment with, but we are striving to be, which is just be. You don't have to be God, the creator itself, but just by being, you are a light of God on the world. And you have power, and you have care, and love. I want to look up more and more love on the internet and also delve inside myself about what it is to love. Because love is the most impenetrable power of might and goodness in the whole galaxies ever, the whole of the universes ever, the whole of dimensions ever. Love is. Love wins. And love is such a frequency. We have not, it is not a hallmark thing. It is not a love by gift and receipt. It is not a and we'll do lunch. It is the most pure, vulnerable, strong armor. And it helps you stand present to create all that you wish. So divisions are just based on belief systems and false premises and screwed up perceptions to ultimately control most of the world population by a tiny, mighty few who are scared, love their money, love to fool people, and do all kinds of deplorable, unrecognizably worse and evil, fantastical junk things that if you truly knew how to harness love and miracles, you would give no power and no time to horror movie, no time to murder mysteries, zero time to mainstream media. You would give zero power and belief to that. You might look now and then, you might observe, but you wouldn't take it in as the truth of truths. The truth of your being is you can never be created nor destroyed. There is no death. We are life after life. Now we've reached a place on the planet where karma is going to be a little bit different. You don't have to keep going on the wheel to come back. You keep going on the wheel to ascend, or the ladder to ascend. So I'm going to end here because we're getting a little bit long, but I'm going to keep you posted about my Reiki. I'm going to offer free Reiki when I come. I'm going to offer you those stickers. I'm going to have a show again soon on Facebook Live. What else? If I can transfer that, I can look how to transfer that to YouTube as well, or maybe I'll just do one on YouTube. They'll be everywhere, and it will be about my journals, my cards, my pendants, my body scrubs, and how you might have one for yourself or someone you love. Blessings to all of you. You are powered by the stars. Please like and subscribe to my channel for information to touch your heart and transform your world. My little Kylie heart just loves you.